Hi students, now in this video we will discuss about the functional group. What a functional group is and why is it important, right? A functional group is an atom or a group of atoms that determines the properties of the organic compound, particularly the chemical properties, which means that a functional group is an atom or a group of atoms in a molecule that determines the property. So that means the property of a compound is because of its functional group, right? Hence, a functional group is an atom or a group of atoms that determines the chemical properties in general, right? Chemical properties of a compound. Okay, the chemical properties of a compound containing the same functional group will be similar. The different types of compounds that we have in the organic chemistry are alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, ethers, amines, and the carboxylic acids. The general formula of the alcohols is ROH, and the functional group in the alcohols is, the functional group in the alcohols is OH, hydroxide group. OH is the functional group, right? This is the functional group in the alcohol. This alkyl group, it can be anything. It can be methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, right? So the property of all the alcohols, the chemical properties of all the alcohols will be similar, right? Because of the OH group. You can have the alkyl group can be different, right? Alkyl group can be different. It can be a 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon alkyl chain, but the properties will be same, right? That's what we mean by here, that the chemical properties of the compounds containing same functional group are similar. No matter how long this alkyl chain is, the property of all the alcohols will be similar. The chemical property particularly, that will be similar. Okay. Aldehydes, they have a general formula of R COH, right? And the functional group here again is C double bond OH in the aldehydes. This is the general formula and this is the functional group, C double bond OH. Ketones, the general formula is R C double bond OR, and the functional group here is C double bond O, carbonyl group, right? Ethers, the general formula is ROR and the functional group is O over here. These two alkyl groups, it can be same or it can be different. Here also in the ketones, it can be same or it can be different. You can have a methyl and methyl, or you can have a methyl and ethyl. So the two groups, they can be same or they can be different, but the properties will be same, because the chemical property depends on the functional group, right? But if you take the two different compounds containing the different functional groups, the properties will be altogether different, right? Different compounds having different functional groups, the properties are different. Like suppose we have the ketones and ethers, right? Ketones and ethers, they can have the same R groups here. Suppose you have methyl and methyl, methyl and methyl, but the properties will be different. Why? Because the functional group is different, right? Okay, so if the functional group is different, the property will be different, because the chemical property of a compound depends on the functional group. Okay, amines, the general formula is RNH2 here. So the amines will be having a functional group of NH2, right? Carboxylic acids, so R C double bond OH, and the functional group here is C double bond OH. So these are the different types of functional groups. Alcohols have a OH, aldehydes have a CHO, ketones CO, ethers O, amines NH2, and carboxylic acids had the COH. You know, all these carboxylic acids will be acidic, right? No matter what is the length of this alkyl chain. This alkyl chain, it can be a 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, anything it can be, but all these molecules will be acidic in nature because of the functional group, because of the COH. So functional group is very important in a molecule, right? Because it is the functional group that determines the property of a compound. Hope you got the concept. Thanks for watching the video. Bye for now.